Electricity Minister Dr Kgosientsho Ramokgopa's portfolio will cost taxpayers close to 13 million rand a year. Some of the costs include the salaries of 2 special advisors to the minister at a cost of over 2 million rand each. We're now joined by Phathiswa Sobantwana, a public finance expert from the Northwest University. Thank you very much, ma'am, for your time this afternoon. So the Democratic Alliance on their website, in a statement from the 12th of June 2023, has even got a soundbite by an MP. So a reply to a DA parliamentary question revealed that South Africans are forking out approximately 13 million rand a year for the salaries of the Minister of Electricity and his staff. We understand the staff complement of some 12 people. And so as you reflect, especially given the work that you do on this, what should it tell us in line with what the finance minister has constantly spoken about the public purse being burdened when it comes to salaries of public servants, if you will?
Okay, thank you so much for inviting me into your show. This is a very interesting take because Dr. Ramokgopa coming into the office as the Minister of Electricity is already coming when there is a National Energy Crisis Committee. So we're not aware if these costs are going to run concurrently, the Energy Crisis Committee plus his team, because now we're looking at double costs. And we have to take into consideration that there was 180,000 that was paid to Dr. Ramokgopa not being given scope when there was still deliberation between Gwede Mandashe and the presidency on which role he must take, which powers he must have. So those were just cited as site visits to power station, but it was the taxpayers' money that had to be paid over 3 months. That is a sunk cost that can never be reversed. So this is a very interesting take that we are actually having more costs trying to solve the load shedding problem, which is a cost on its own. However, we are hoping that the cost is not going to stay fixed term on term. We are going to solve the load shedding problem, and then we don't have the 13 million again.
Because that's just it. I guess it's a bit premature to assess whether the output justifies the cost. But again, what should we be understanding about, I guess, the grading, right, in terms of salaries for public servants and how we get to particular amounts? Do we know?
Okay, so there is an independent commission on public office bearers. It was gazetted in April 2023 and published that ministers' salaries, they range from 2.4 million to 2.6 million. So what is due to Dr. Ramokgopa is within the market scale. It's within the right grading, considering that he was once a mayor at Tshwane, considering the qualification he has. So he is rightfully earning the right amount. And the advisors, because if you average the 10 million, that is for the 12 team members, it's averaging at 800,000. It's averaging at 800,000 per annum. So what is being given to the team as compensation, it is not outside the grading scale, it is within. However, we just cannot stomach any fixed costs on top of the problems we have on load shedding. However, we have to look at the cost versus benefit analysis when we're looking at this cost. We are having load shedding costing us up to date over 1 trillion, not adding 2023 costs. So can we really stomach another billion that's going to be added by the load shedding not being resolved? Or are we going to take the pain of the 13 million? However, the taxpayers have got every right to ask, how long is the 13 million going to stay? It might be calculated right, it might be graded right. However, how long is it going to stay? Because the budget is just not allowing us to have additional costs and not resolving the load shedding crisis on our economy.
Ma'am, that's just it. Where's the money going to be coming from? Because you question and you say we cannot stomach another fixed cost or any more fixed costs.
Yes. So this is what we need clarity on, because yes, the president has given that it's going to be 13 million and has given the scope, and the scope is very similar to the one that was given to the National Energy Crisis. So we want to understand, is there an overlap in responsibilities, and are we going to have an additional budget? Where are we getting the funding from? Are we going to relieve somewhere and transfer to the electricity ministry? It's just not clear where we're going to get the 13 million, but it has been declared.
It has been declared. Thank you very much for your time.